What's up, guys? It's FryGOzi coming at you again with another Minecraft video. Today, I'm with Rexy to talk about one of the long, well, not really long, but the 50 subscriber milestone video. Where death my nameth cometh from. As you guys know, my name is FryGOzi. And today, we're going to go deep into my deep, dark past to see why this name came to be. This is where I used to work. About how long ago was that?
It doesn't look exactly like
It was a few
Chick-fil-A.
years back. For those of you who do not know, I used to work for this profit organization called Chick-fil-A. Or Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
And Rexy was one of my coworkers here. He worked morning crew, I worked night crew. But this is it. Let me give you a quick tour. Rexy, this place is quite empty from what I remember.
Yeah, it's not finished yet.
Oh. Well, then again, I think it's kind of convenient because while I was gone, they did do some renovations. So this is about correct for whenever I was leaving. It was getting to this point.
All the renovations were in the
look,
back
it's
of
a play
house.
place. This is the play place. And then then there's tables and dividers and restrooms, but that is not where I didn't even work here. I didn't work up front with
This is why it's not
talk to
done.
customers. I didn't talk to customers through the drive-through window.
No,
I worked where all the magic happened. I worked back of house. That is right. I worked back of house. I think you guys know where this is going, being FryGOzi and all. First, let me give you a quick tour. Here's our ovens. Fry fridge. And, oh my word. The stoves, the fryers, the windows, where we talk to the people from front of house, and harassed them sometimes for being too slow, of course. Here's a few trash cans. Here's where we made sandwiches. Oh yeah, we make nuggets here, right? I'm not forgetting anything. And a bunch of other boxes and more Now, like, oh wait, the purpose of this video is to talk about how I got my name. So there I was, working my night shift. And the next day that I came in, boom, I started working morning shift. There was no reason for that to my knowledge. I just started working morning shift, where this idiot worked.
Excuse me.
I, at that time, was one of the best workers at Fry's. Give me a second. At that time, I was the best worker at Fry's. And I'd put the fries in the fryer, and then whenever everything was done, boom, I gave them to front of house to give to all the wonderful customers. All of the fries for days. This is what I did every day. Day in and day out, I did fries, and more fries. And occasionally front of house would whine at me. Now, we had this other coworker whose name will not be mentioned. He was the manager, and he realized that I had a very interesting name. And I did fries a lot. And I was like, hey, he said, hey, you know, how did that go, Rexy? I don't remember how exactly it went. You might remember better than I remember.
Well, have you got the name?
Yeah, how I got the name FryGOzi.
He just started calling you FryGOzi
because your last FryGOzi. Yeah, and he'd be like, he'd come into work and be like, boom, FryGOzi, and then he'd walk away, and I'm like, oh my word, what is this man doing? And every day it would be the same thing, and then he'd come up behind me if I was falling behind in fries because front of house wasn't going fast enough, and then he'd start going, FryGOzi, you need to go, work faster, and I'm like, I'm I'm working as fast as I can, literally. Because my fry area was completely full of fries. And we had to throw away half of them. I need to calm down just a little bit. I'm getting some PTSD from working at from working on fries. But yeah, day in and day out, I'd work on fries. And there wasn't too much of an interesting story about how I got the name. Just I did fries a lot, and he was like, FryGOzi, and it's similar to my name, so I was like, no. And yeah, and then so because that story wasn't that interesting, I've decided that we're gonna talk about how Rexy and I met. So that same manager. One day I come into work. It was like any other day. I come in, I say hi to the people in front of house, sit down until my shift begins, and then I come in and I look to the left, I'm like, blah blah blah, and I see this individual that's right there. By the way, that's our rotation area. But I see this individual right there, I'm like, huh, we got a new worker, and he's just doing what he's doing. I'm like, what's up? And he's like, FryGOzi, and I'm like, yeah. So then I go over here and I get ready. I punch in my time card, and then I come back, and then I'm like, hey, am I doing fries today? And he's like, no, you're gonna be on breading. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I start working on breading, which is where we make the chicken. We just make tons of chicken, throw it into there, and then it comes up all delicious. Very delicious chicken. So I'm doing this, and I'm not going fast enough, and this is how me and Rexy met. Levi, this man, comes out, and he's like, FryGOzi, work faster. Do I need to get Rexy on you to make you work faster? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, okay. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then the day continued, and I thought I was going to be put on fries. But no, they kept me on breading. And they're like, they look over, and guess who's on fries in my position, messing with the fries that I work with? That's right, it was Rexy. And then Levi's like, whoa, FryGOzi, Rexy's almost doing faster than you. He's literally being Speedy Gonzalez. And I'm like, whatever. And then Rexy is like, yeah, I'm already faster than you at breading. And I'm like, oh, psh. So as time continues, every time we come in, our manager's just putting me and Rexy head to head against each other, talking about each one is better than one thing, and then or the other. And to be honest, yes, he was fast at fries, but I was still, and he could admit it at the time, just a slight bit faster than he was, but not by much to talk about it. Yeah, see? And
I still was much faster than you on breading.
Oh yeah, a lot of people were. Speaking of not going fast, for some reason they put me on dishes over and over, and because I kind of cared about how much dirt was on the dishes, not saying that it was like super dirty, but like I wanted to see my reflection before it was over, and then they'd be like, "You're not going fast enough." I'm like, I can't see my reflection. And then Rexy's over here, doing stuff with raw chicken. He's like, FryGOzi, you're not going fast enough. Go. And yeah, that was my career at Chick-fil-A. It was a lot of yelling and competitiveness against me and Rexy.
Like this video?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? The first few minutes of this video was you yelling.
Yeah, I still got PTSD. But this is what I would do. So every morning, someone would come to this back freezer, grab a bunch of fries, and then bring it to the fry freezer over here. And this is how you do fries. Listen closely. If you work at Chick-fil-A, this may or may not save your life. But what you do is you take the fries from the freezer, throw them in. Doot, doot, doot. 2 minutes later, pick them up, put them in here. So that you have a ton of fries in here that you put in the little boxes. No! That's the easy part. The hard part comes whenever things are going super fast. The front of house is looking at you with their little beady eyes, looking down at you because you're not going fast enough at fries, and then so then you have to drop a bag, and then you have to work on the fries, and then you got to run over here, grab this, put the fries down, keep on working here, make sure that you're throwing everything in there properly, and then run back. And it's just like that all day. Over here, you can make a bunch of stuff for the middle, and you can be clear for a bit, other than special orders. But at fries, you're only allowed to have 4 small fries, 3 large fries, and a total of 6 medium fries. And fries went bad in about 5 minutes from the time they came up, or else they'd be soggy. So, if for some reason someone else started going too slow, you weren't able to drop fries, or else the fries would go bad. And then, why are you throwing potatoes back at me?
It's not cooked.
You know what? You know what, Rexy? Take all the fries.
I'm waiting.
I'm sure. Oh yeah, very often would you throw fries and you'd accidentally just throw them back into this little container right here. But anytime someone was too slow, you ended up suffering because your fries went bad. You have to throw away 90% of the fries that are up there into the garbage, which technically you could call it food waste, but like it wasn't that many fries from my recollection.
It's
Unless you
because
were
you got good at it. That's all.
Yeah, if you were good at it, you wouldn't have that problem. I lost my train of thought. Thanks a lot, Rexy. Anyways, but yeah, that's basically how my name was. It was mainly me. It was from Chick-fil-A. Nothing way too special, but honestly, I think that was the first nickname that I ever got that stuck to me for a long time. So to me, the name's very special, and it reminds me of my days at Chick-fil-A. I enjoyed it quite a lot, even though yes, Rexy was annoying, and my coworkers would yell at me for not being
Like you
fast
weren't
enough.
FryGOzi. Like you
Oh my
were.
word! That's where my joke career came from
Uh-huh.
what are some of the
Uh-huh.
jokes that I tell you guys while doing fries? Which okay, let's take a quick note here. Being able to talk to other people while being on fries shows how good you were because you had so much going on that all you should have been able to think about was fries. And the only people that I knew that could actually hold a conversation while doing fries was me and Rexy. And wait,
Sounds about right.
there was one more person. Larry. Larry could. But, you know. Oh my. But what are some of the jokes that I told you guys that literally made the whole kitchen cringe? There's a lot.
Oh, there's a lot of them, but I don't remember them all.
Do you remember one at least? It was all homeschooler jokes, as I called them. Doot, doot, doot. Let me think. What else? Oh, come on. Where's one of the jokes that? Oh, during my joking career, one of my coworkers came up to me and he took a rag and he put it on the counter, and he looked at me with the most serious face as he could, and he said, "FryGOzi, I'm being counterproductive," and started wiping down the counter, and I was like, "Oh my word, you're taking my job. Why? Why did you do that?" It was such a
Make the
bad joke.
corniest jokes.
Wait, what?
You make the corniest joke, bro.
What's another joke that I came up with? No, I didn't come up with that one. Anyways, but that's mainly what it was. You got anything? You got any stories you want to share before we end this video, Rexy?
Let's see, let's see. I know at one point in time we had a competition to see who could drop the flower the fastest.
Who could do what?
Drop
Oh my
the
word, I
flower the
remember that.
fastest.
Okay, so there's this process for kitchens that they have to clean out the old oil. So what happens is that there's this drip pan at the very bottom that would catch anything that leaked out and that would fill up with so oh, actually I'm
It's
thinking about
not
the wrong
really a
thing.
drip pan.
Yeah, I thought about the wrong thing. So inside of here, occasionally fries would get stuck in, and you'd have a bunch of small crumbs. And so every once, about 3 times a
Occasionally.
day, sometimes four, depending on how bad it was, we'd have to quote unquote drop the henny, which is all we do is we take all the oil. We take all the oil out from it, and it goes into this thing at the bottom, and then we just wipe it a bit, and then we put it all back in. And there is this competition of who could drop it the fastest. The fastest that I got was like, I think a minute. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. What is the fastest time you've gotten?
It was 50 seconds, but that was after you went away.
After you had to do fries all the time after I left.
Yeah, but you had like just left, and like literally 2 weeks later, I got 50 seconds.
Yeah, but we got very fast at doing it. And it was very hot. I actually got my first scar on my left arm from Chick-fil-A because I did something stupid. So that was my fault.
But that's because you're playing with lava. Now stop it.
Basically, this was lava, and it hurt. Oh, so there's some jokes that we used to play on new coworkers. So one of them that I witnessed, and I think the only one that I witnessed, is that so in the fridge and freezer, there's a big fan going on in here, and we convinced one of the new guys that once every few nights we had to rotate the air in the freezer. So this man got a trash bag and started getting all the air, and then brought it outside and was throwing it out, and did that for about 5 minutes during closing time. It was ironic. It was hilarious. They didn't get me with anything. I'm sure they wanted to, but they just.
Well, they tried to get me, but they failed.
Well, what did they try to do to you?
Literally, the freezer thing or to cycle out the air. I'm like, the fan takes care of that.
Other than that, I think that's all the stories that I can think of at the moment. It's been quite a while since I've worked here. So, if you guys enjoyed this video,
One moment.
Oh, he has a story.
I have one funny story that I'd like to share. Really. Other than being a little weird. But anyhow, so I got the nickname Tomato from this place as well.
Oh.
Do you remember that, FryGOzi?
I do. Oh, my word.
Do you not?
So give a backstory on
And
that.
that was literally like 2 weeks after our start. Okay. So I had literally just started working in this area, and there's like a little fridge underneath this table right here, and one of the directors was like, "Yes, I need a tomato." So what I do? I go over to the walk-in.
Let's take a quick pause here. So, just so you guys know, whenever someone asks for tomato, so we have these pre-made pans of sliced tomato, what we put on the
Well, if you'd let me
sandwiches.
get to that,
I'm impatient.
it would be
I'm sorry.
clearly.
Okay, continue. Continue.
I'd walk over to here.
Is this
Nope,
in
nope.
the?
That's the
That's the
office.
office.
This was the walk-in. I'd walk in here. I literally grabbed a tomato. This is the tomato, even though it's not red. I brought it all the way over here, and my director started laughing at me. And he said, "No, no, no, not a tomato, a pan of sliced tomatoes." And I was like, "Oh." So I went back.
Wrong room.
Nope, wrong room again.
You should know
Went
this.
back.
You still work here.
I It's changed. I put it back. I grabbed the pan of sliced tomatoes. This is my sliced tomatoes now. I brought it back. I said, "Here you go," and we just put it away. Boop. And then I've been called tomato ever since then because of that one incident.
Because he grabbed
So,
a tomato. Oh my word.
the tomato is there. The
Fine.
tomato is there.
And
So
from
yeah,
then on, Rexy was known as. Do they still call you Tomato to this day? Or is that kind of a
yes,
thing of. Oh my word.
it's never gone away.
Oh my word.
I
That's
mean,
hilarious.
they've tried to find other nicknames. It's just not happened.
That one just sticks. That's a good nickname sticks, which is why FryGOzi sticked. And which is why
Stuck.
Tomato is stuck.
Oh my gosh. Can you not English
No. You should know this by
and
now.
destroy everything in the?
Well,
So yeah.
we hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm so sorry that this video came out so late. And this is just another video of One Take Wonder, where we do no editing and we just give you exactly as it is. So we hope we entertained you. If you were entertained in this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we will see you guys again next time. Bye!